Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Dev's Kingdom. In my previous tutorial, I showed you guys how to install OpenManus with Ollama and Ngrok. So in this video, we're going to show you how to install OpenManus WebUI. And that being said, let's get started. So this is the WebUI. I've already set this up, so you can see that it is pretty decent. So we're going to show you how to install this WebUI step by step. So first, I'll demo this on Kaggle.com, so you can create a notebook called OpenManus Web. So the changes that you make is that, so first we're going to install OpenManus WebUI. So you have to clone a different repo. The original repo is a different GitHub URL. So and this repo is Nginx AI OpenManus Web. So use this repo instead. So then you have to also make other few changes. So the first change you have to make is that you have to update this Google search using the OpenManus web repos Google search. So update that to make sure that you have a try catch block. So this will make sure that this tool returns a array. Sometimes the search function doesn't return anything or throw an error, so make sure that you return an empty array in that case. And then you have to also update the tool calls, so you can update the max steps to 25 or maybe to more than 30. Sometimes you need more steps, sometimes to less steps, depends on the model you're using. So that's a second file you need to update. Make sure you copy the file from the OpenManus web, not the OpenManus. So let's continue. And then after that, the third file you have to update is the browser use tool. So and the change you have to make is the headless mode. So make sure the browser config has a headless equals to true. So the file is a bit different than OpenManus. So this browser use tool file. So the OpenManus, there's changes that in the OpenManus web. So you have to copy the browser use tool from this OpenManus web repo. So there's a bit of change from the WebUI repo. So that's all. And then you have to update the Ngrok. So first make sure that you install this Ngrok and PyNgrok. Also make sure you have a Python function to run bash command within Python. Then you got a Ngrok console to copy the Ngrok token and paste it here. After that, make sure you basically using Ngrok to connect to your localhost port, which is the Nginx 480, because there are a few things you have to set up with Nginx. So and let's continue. So first, set up Nginx using apt install, because we're gonna use the Debian system. And the OpenManus web, you make sure that you basically have two entries. First is to make sure this localhost 80 point to 8000. So make sure the slash point to 8000. That's for all the traffic. But for the WebSocket, you do need to create another entry for that. So make sure the localhost WebSocket is pointing to localhost 8000. So then it's good to go. So make sure to set up this slash to 8000 and slash ws to localhost 8000 as well. So that's it for the Nginx setup. Make sure you stop and start Nginx. There you have it. So last step is to run the application. So go to the OpenManus web repo and then just run the Python web run.py. So that should be it. At the same time, make sure you also install the Ollama. So as we demoed in my previous tutorial, if you have not seen that, please go through this tutorial, the OpenManus and Ollama Ngrok tutorial, to understand the different steps, how every step works. Then, after you set up the Python web run py, you can see everything is running correctly. So you can see the tools are got a code, and it's a little bit different than the OpenManus CLI project, but this is also very clean. You can see the Google search is running, and also you can see that the steps are reflecting the different steps to set up. Let's say this is 25 steps, so you can see that it ran 25 steps. So it doesn't stop in the middle, so basically it runs the full 25 steps. You can set up to 50 because sometimes the model needs more thinking, and you can set up more steps. So, and you can see after setup running the 25 steps, everything is done. So then you can see from the UI as well. So if you go to the UI, you can see that after 25 steps, they also give you a compliment, final thoughts, and summary. And then they won't go to the 26. It says terminated, which is the max steps. So that should be it. This is how you set up the OpenManus web on Kaggle for free, and also using Kaggle's free GPUs, so that you can set up Ollama as well. So that being said, hopefully this is helpful. If you do like this video, Please subscribe, like, or comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and see you in the next one.